Have you ever noticed people treating you differently, but you're not sure why? Maybe the hugs feel colder, the calls less frequent, or the conversation shorter. It's not always about them. Sometimes, without realizing it, we develop habits that quietly push others away. Habits no one dares to mention. And the older we get, the more those habits can become invisible, even to us. In this video, we'll uncover 10 subtle ways you may be unknowingly creating distance from those you love, and what to do instead to rebuild closeness, dignity, and connection. Because aging shouldn't mean fading into the background. It should mean standing tall, being seen, and feeling respected for the life you've lived. If that matters to you, stay with me, because this could change how others experience you and how you feel about yourself. Number 1. Speaking without a filter. As we age, many of us feel we've earned the right to say it like it is, and in some ways that's true. But here's the hard truth. Being blunt doesn't always build connection. It can quietly tear it down. You might think you're just being honest when you say someone's gained weight or that their life choices don't make sense. But to them, it may feel like judgment. And over time, people stop opening up. They share less. They stay more guarded. You may start hearing phrases like, "Oh, I didn't want to bother you with that," or "I figured you wouldn't approve." That's their way of protecting themselves. Kindness and truth can live in the same sentence. Before speaking, ask, "Is this kind? Is this helpful? Would I want someone to say this to my child or grandchild?" If not, it might be best left unsaid. Your voice carries weight. Make sure it carries warmth too. Number 2. Dressing like you've given up. Comfort is important, but so is intention. When your clothes are stained, oversized, outdated, or look like they've been pulled from the bottom of the hamper, you may be sending a message you don't intend to. I don't care anymore. Now, no one expects you to dress like you're walking a runway, but what you wear still speaks before you even say a word, and people do notice. Not because they're judging, but because how we present ourselves affects how others respond to us. Well-fitting clothes, fresh colors, a neat pair of shoes. These small upgrades quietly say, "I'm still engaged, I still care, I respect myself and I respect you too." You don't have to buy a whole new wardrobe, just choose with care. You'll be amazed at how differently people treat you when you show up like you still matter, because you do. Number 3. Dominating every conversation. You've lived a lot of life. Naturally, you have stories, wisdom, opinions. But if every conversation turns into a monologue, people start to feel invisible. You may not even realize it's happening. Maybe you interrupt to share a better story or jump in with advice before they finished a sentence. It comes from a good place, but it can leave others feeling unheard, especially younger family members. Over time, they pull back. Not out of disrespect, but because they don't feel seen. Here's the shift. Listen more than you speak. Ask questions like, "What's that been like for you? How did that make you feel?" When you show real curiosity, people open up. They feel valued. And they start turning to you, not because they have to, but because they want to. Number 4. Constantly complaining about kids these days. It usually starts small, an eye roll at someone glued to their phone, or a comment like, "Nobody has manners anymore." But if you're not careful, that casual complaint becomes a pattern. And suddenly, every conversation includes a jab at the younger generation. Here's the problem. When all they hear is criticism, they stop hearing your wisdom. They tune out, not because they're disrespectful, because they feel dismissed before they even speak. Remember, every generation grows up in a different world. If you want to connect, ask instead of assume. Try, "What's it like growing up in your world?" That one question can unlock trust, curiosity, and deeper bonds. You don't have to agree to understand, but if you stay curious, you stay relevant. Number 5. Talking only about health problems. It's normal to have health concerns as we age, but when every conversation turns into an update on your latest prescription, ache, or appointment, it starts to wear people down, especially younger friends and family. They may care deeply, but they can begin to feel helpless or even drained by the constant focus on what's going wrong. This doesn't mean you have to hide your struggles, but it does mean finding balance. Your life is bigger than your medical chart. Talk about something that made you laugh, a neighbor's quirky habit, a memory that warmed your heart. Ask others about their lives. Let joy and curiosity back into the conversation. You are more than your pain. And when you share from that place, people feel lighter around you and want to stay connected. Number 6, acting helpless when you're not. It's true, some tasks get harder with age, but there's a difference between needing help and always asking for help out of habit or fear. Phrases like, "I can't figure this out, you do it," or "I'm too old for this stuff" might seem harmless. But over time they send a message, "I've stopped trying." And that message can wear down the people around you, especially those who want to see you stay strong and capable. People respect effort more than perfection. Struggling with something and figuring it out slowly is still strength. Ask for help when you truly need it, but also show that you're willing to learn, try and grow. It tells your loved ones, "I may be older, but I'm not giving up." And that inspires more support, not less. Number 7, always needing to be right. Decades of experience can make us feel certain about how things should be, and sometimes we're right. But when every discussion becomes a debate, or every disagreement feels like a personal challenge, it starts to push people away. You might say, "Trust me, I've been around long enough to know," or "That's not how we did it back then," thinking you're offering guidance. But to others, it can feel like they're being corrected or dismissed. Over time, people stop sharing their thoughts, not because they don't care, but because they don't feel safe to speak freely. Here's a powerful shift. Lead with curiosity instead of certainty. Try saying, "That's an interesting view, tell me more." It shows confidence and humility, which earns real respect. Being wise isn't about always being right, it's about knowing when to listen. Number 8, making jokes that don't land anymore. Humor is a gift, and many older adults have a sharp wit that's been honed over decades. But what was funny in the 1970s or 1980s might not get the same reaction today. Jokes that rely on stereotypes, sarcasm, or outdated norms can create awkward moments. You might think, everyone's too sensitive these days, but from their side, it may feel like the joke is at their expense. The result? Polite chuckles, forced smiles, and eventually emotional distance. You don't need to stop being funny, just shift your style. Tell stories that highlight your quirks. Make light of your own missteps. Find humor that lifts people up instead of putting them on edge. Good humor connects generations. And when it comes with warmth, people will lean in to laugh with you, not pull away. Number 9, moving without spatial awareness. As we get older, it's natural to slow down. But sometimes, without meaning to, we start moving through public spaces as if we're alone in them. Stopping suddenly in a busy walkway, blocking an aisle with a cart, drifting into someone's path. These small moments can frustrate others more than you realize. Most won't say anything. They'll just step around you, sigh quietly, or start avoiding interactions altogether. But here's the good news. A little spatial mindfulness goes a long way. Glance around. Keep to one side. Pause out of the flow when you stop to think or check your list. These habits show others that you're still tuned in to the world around you, that you're not just present, you're aware, and that makes others feel respected too. Number 10, giving up on growth. One of the most subtle ways we push people away isn't through what we say. It's through what we stop doing. When we stop learning, stop trying new things, stop showing interest in the world. You might hear yourself saying, "What's the point?" or "I'm too old for that." But here's the truth. People are drawn to those who stay curious, even at 70, 80 or beyond. It's not about mastering TikTok or running marathons. It's about showing your loved ones and yourself that you're still in the game. Try a new recipe. Ask someone to explain something unfamiliar. Start a small project that excites you. Because when you stop growing, the people around you start stepping back. Not because they don't care, but because it feels like you've already left the room. Keep reaching, keep learning. That's how you stay vibrant, present and magnetic at any age. So, how many of these habits hit a little too close to home? 1, 3, all 10? Don't worry, you're not alone. We all slip into patterns without realizing it. But awareness is the first step to real connection. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Scroll down and leave a comment with the number you're most guilty of or the one you've already overcome. Your honesty might just encourage someone else to reflect and grow too. And if you made it this far, it means something in this video mattered to you, so do us a favor. Hit the like button to let us know you want more content like this. Subscribe to Well-Aged Wisdom and don't forget to tap the notification bell so you never miss a video designed to help you live wiser, healthier and more connected in the years ahead. This is your time to be heard, seen and respected. We're just here to walk alongside you and share what we've learned along the way. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the comments.